No pictures.
Oh, you got it.
Are you still doing that?
Why the Kardashian kids' futures are already in trouble. Is North the world's most spoiled child? Has Scott Disick ruined his children's lives? How many more nannies are the Kardashians going to hire? Michael Jackson for Christmas? There's no doubt that the Kardashians lead a very expensive, high-maintenance life. Their combined net worth exceeds $1 billion. But there are a few Kardashian kids that we're genuinely concerned about. The superstar and founder of Yeezy, Kanye West, has a net worth of $1.3 billion. What does that mean for his and wife Kim Kardashian's kids? Well, they have 4 super cute, super spoiled Kimmy children: Northwest, Saint West, Psalm West, and Chicago West. I wonder how life must be for Northwest, the diva, and the eldest. Over a year ago, Kim showed off her daughter's handbag collection on Instagram, featuring numerous very expensive bags gifted to her by Alexander Wang. If you think that's extravagant, wait until you hear this. For Christmas last year, Kimmy gifted North a custom Balmain jacket worn by the world-famous entertainer Michael Jackson in 1997. Yes, North received Michael Jackson's jacket for Christmas. This is concerning because North, being a child, likely doesn't even know who Michael Jackson is. A toy would have sufficed as a gift. Some even saw this as disrespectful to MJ's legacy. And there's more. They also gave North MJ's hat from the famous live performance of Smooth Criminal, complete with his makeup still smeared on it. We're talking about the world's greatest entertainer here. In Kim's defense, North is a huge MJ fan, and she was very grateful for these gifts. But does that justify buying your daughter a $65,000 iconic jacket for Christmas? We're not only worried about North's future because of how much Kimmy spoils her. Growing up in the limelight, or shall I say being born directly into it, definitely has its ups and downs for all the Kardashian kids, perhaps more ups than downs. North has no private life at all. The poor 7-year-old doesn't even know what it's like to live the life of a normal girl. North's superstar dad, Kanye West, had a completely different upbringing. West rose to fame at the age of 19, having been raised in a normal middle-class background and spending his years traveling with his mom, who was a professor, before she passed away in 2007. Kanye actually got to live a normal life without the paparazzi following him everywhere. Poor North had a different fate than Kanye, as her right to privacy was ignored from the day she was born. Little did she know that her name was going to be splashed across gossip magazines for the rest of her life. We all know that being born in the limelight and being Ye's child might make you self-absorbed. North's superstar dad seems to think he's untouchable, and his little diva can do what she wants. This isn't North's doing, though. At a Paris concert in 2015, Kanye referred to himself as Picasso, Walt Disney, and Steve Jobs. No wonder North is trying to fire her nanny and start an anti-men movement. But Kanye's delusions may actually be a mental health issue. West was diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 2016. He said that he has manic episodes which include paranoia and being out of touch with reality. Is this the reason why he thought he could run for president? Or did he genuinely think he was doing the right thing? When taking the stage for his first presidential rally, Ye broke down and confessed that he almost chose not to continue with Kim's first pregnancy, telling the crowds, "I'd almost killed my daughter," as he sobbed. Kim was absolutely furious because she knew that Northie would look at these comments and feel like her parents never wanted her. I mean, that's a pretty heartbreaking thing to believe, and a very devastating pill to swallow. Is there no going back from this, or will Northie be just fine? Kim's out-there parenting style is another reason why we should be worried for North. Kim allowed Northie to make her debut on Keeping Up with the Kardashians in 2015, despite initially insisting that she wouldn't. But is that a good enough reason to expose your daughter to millions of viewers at such a young age, against her choice? Kim's reason for this was that she wanted to spend more time with North, making Northie a reality TV star at the incredibly young age of 2. Some fans found this unfair because North had no say in the matter. Kim, on the other hand, got to live a mostly paparazzi-free life, as she was mostly unknown until 2007 when a sex tape with her former boyfriend, Ray J, was leaked. The pressure on North is incredibly real. Not only that, but fans are also worried about the things that Kim shares on the internet. In 2018, Kim posted a bath time photo of North and her brother Saint. Boy, did she receive major backlash for this. Fans were furious, saying that bath time shouldn't be shown on social media. We all know that Kim posted this out of love, being a first-time mommy and all. But many fans thought it was a poor parenting choice to have bath time pics of your children on the internet, especially if you're as famous as Kimmy. That photo could definitely fall into the wrong hands. Kim has indeed made some pretty out-there parenting choices when it comes to North. Is this because she was a first-time mom when she had her? Or is it a Kardashian thing? On Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kim opened up about North's Angry Diva episodes, saying that North tried to bite her nanny and said, "I don't want a nanny anymore, you can go home." On Ashley Graham's podcast, Pretty Big Deal, Kim opened up about North, saying, "North acts like an only child sometimes. She's beyond jealousy now. She's just like, it's my world." But North's not the only self-centered Kardashian. Kourtney Kardashian revealed last year that her nanny quit because of her out-of-control daughter Penelope. Penelope scratched the nanny's face as she was trying to put the 8-year-old into the car. Kourtney described this as a blackout and said that Penelope has fits of rage all the time. A fit of rage definitely isn't normal for an 8-year-old to have, especially ones where she doesn't remember what she's doing. Penelope isn't the only Kardashian with an anger problem. Penelope's younger brother, Reem, seems to love showing an attitude too. While on a trip in Armenia, Reem seemed to be swearing at fans. He put his middle finger up at a paparazzi and laughed as mom, Kourtney, held him on her hips. Kourtney was looking the other way, so she mostly didn't see this rude behavior. But if she did, would she have even said something or disciplined Reem at all? On Keeping Up with the Kardashians, drama erupted after Kris Jenner's boyfriend, Corey Gamble, said that he'd whip Penelope if she were his child. Kourtney was outraged and took to Twitter to confide in her fans. She said, "Beating children is not the way to get our kids in check." After a fan told her that she needs to discipline her children, Kourtney insisted that her kids were just hurting. But the real question is why. Scott Disick's bad decisions and bad role modeling have rubbed off on his kids. Cheating scandals as early as 2007 surfaced when Scott was texting another woman saved on his phone as "my wife," sending messages like, "Loved looking in your eyes last night." As if cheating wasn't enough, Scott shoved money down a waiter's throat and told her to shut your effing mouth while out in Vegas for Kim's birthday a few years ago. When your kids are growing up around that type of anger, they're bound to act the same way, right? This wasn't the first time that Scott lashed out. On Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Scott smashed a mirror when confronted about smoking pot in front of his kids. That's when Scott's anger problem became a real concern for fans. But it wasn't just the anger that was influencing Kourtney's children, it was Scott's side pieces too. We can't forget the time that Scott brought another woman on vacation in 2017 when invited to go on vacation with the Kardashians. When confronted, he said that it was Kourtney's fault for not offering sex to him. Kourtney then decided that she was going to film Keeping Up with the Kardashians less to protect her kids from hurtful online comments and trolls surrounding Scott's scandals. But it may have been a little too late, as the damage was already done. As for Scott, when he doesn't get what he wants, his ex-wife back, he looks elsewhere. Fire your nanny, buy another MJ item to make yourself feel better, or create a whole new theme park, a Stormy World. That's exactly what Kylie Jenner did for Stormy's first and second birthdays. She created a theme park and called it Stormy World. Stormy was treated to endless fairground rides where characters from Trolls came to life, as well as selling Stormy World merchandise. Kylie and Travis Scott, Stormy's famous rapper dad, paid over $100,000 for Stormy World 2. The entrance to the party included an inflatable baby's head meant to resemble Stormi, but fans found this pretty scary and unsettling for a 2-year-old. Another angry fan said, "There are people starving and dying in the world, and you've created a theme park and a warehouse for a 1-year-old's party." I mean, I don't disagree. If this is how Stormi is being spoiled already, I can't imagine what her sweet 16 will look like. Kylene and Travis' on-again, off-again relationship alone is affecting 2-year-old Stormi. Kelly and Travis began dating in 2017 and split in 2019, but are apparently back together again. Kylie's reason for the breakup was that she felt like she was too young to be in a relationship with him, but apparently not too young to have and raise a child. Let us know what you think.